Today is a good day. Woke up this morning feeling good. You know, when you get up in the age, we blessed. You know, especially if you've been through the fire. And I just know that all the players out there, the hustlers, been through the fire, man. Waking up in your fault at this moment. Feel pretty damn good out here being free. And some of y'all might can't relate. I ain't mad at the game, God, for blessing you with that status. But hey, for those of us who had to go down under and be able to top off again, it feel pretty good this morning, be able to wake up. Sounds of family. Your complete control of who you are. Hey, feel really good. Because a lot of people don't know what it's like. Being out here living on parole in the state of Texas is like a slave. You have a parole officer, which in the state of Texas, I would say 70% of the black parole officers are legitimate liberal people, but the other 30% are straight conservative. And I would say the Caucasian parole officer ratio in Texas is probably 80, 89, almost 90% liberal. Yeah, they have a more understanding about life than their counterparts, the blacks, and blacks are very conservative. But you ask yourself why, if you have a Caucasian parole officer, they don't punish you. They just say, look, hey man, you out here, you working, you taking care of your business. Okay, cool. They don't bother you. They don't say, hey, I'm gonna give you a UA. They ain't caring about that, because when you come in, you paying your fees, restitution, whatever else. You reporting, you got your job, you got your check stubs, and everything good. But you get one of the black parole officers, you've been on parole over a year or so, and you get her. And if you seen Chango, the movies, Samuel Jackson played Steven, you get one of them type parole officers, you out of there. They gonna punish you. I dealt with it. You just have to fight through it. I mean, you would think that the public would be happy that a person's made parole, been out working, paying for his own insurance, own medical. They don't have to take care of him no more. And he's paying as instructed, his fees and fines. And has not been to jail, in no trouble, nothing like that. But it's when you come to him, you throw the judicial system back up in his face as if you punish him all over again. Wow. And the state of Texas will keep you on parole for eternity. There is no release, there is no anything. And the taxpayers rather you not be out here with them paying taxes. They rather for you to be in there, and then they have to pay for you. And it's sad when you look at the Texas prison system that you have school district, Wyndham Independent School District, which is Texas Department of Criminal Justice. They get more funding than the average school to take care of grown men to sit in class and lust on the teacher or talk to their punks or kick it with their homies. You may have 3 or 4 actually trying to learn, but the teacher too caught up in all the bullshit. And you pay for that. You pay for this medical. You know, you paying so much money, but you don't have money for teachers. You don't have money for education. You don't have money for this. You fired teachers, laid them off, cram the classroom just so you can support. People in prison don't even want to go to school. And the only reason that they're going to school is they know if they don't go, that's 2 years set out because you didn't go to school. That's part of your rehabilitation. That's going to change a grown man. That made the taxpayers have to pay more money. And then you have what you call medical. It's crazy. They probably can't even pay their medical bill because they scared to hit y'all for a bunch of more money. Now, what are you gonna do with all these sick prisoners? You're getting a hell of a bill. Oh yeah, you gotta pay for it. Oh, so they can support their prison system. This they cash cow, yeah. You would be amazed to investigate TDC. You go down to prison. You say it's hungry people in the world. They need to put them in prison in Texas. They gonna eat good. I trust me. You need to pay attention to what they're doing. If you could take a man out of society who got a job, going to work every day, the police, he ain't on nobody's radar. He's a role model citizen. And you could take him out of society and put him in prison because he smoked some marijuana? Wow. Now that's conservative. No, that's ultra conservative, super ultra. Because what part do you become back in the year 2013, which 14 is upon us soon? When do you say we have to go in here and change these laws where we still have people on parole today for crimes that ain't even a felony no more? It's a low-grade misdemeanor, and nobody has thought that we got thousands and thousands. We could really save money. Now, we could cut this because we need to let these guys go because when they got caught up, their crimes wasn't nothing. And now they considered taboo. They may write them a fine or something. It's nothing. And the parole board, they don't care. Hey, all the jobs that this great vast prison system you have promoted so many jobs. I mean, if you put a prison in a town, do you know the revenue it generates? First, somebody got to build it. Then you got to have food around it. So now all these restaurants are going to pop up. The people need places to drive, so all these home development is going to pop up. And before you know it, this town done blew up. And all the money it's going to generate. Look at all the nurses and counselors and people, not just the prison officer uniform going to work there. You got people wear plain clothes that's going to work there. And it's going to be more than them than it is prison guards. So, all these jobs. And you sacrifice human lives just to maintain this here. These people in prison should have been released years ago. But why? They're not going to release them in the state of Texas. Ain't nobody wrote them. They ain't been the commissary in 9-10 years. Ain't nobody wrote them in 9-10 years. And they don't write nobody. So what we going to let him do? What we going to let him out for? He ain't got nowhere. He's stuck in prison. He has no history of mail, no history of going to commissary. He ain't been sick but twice. We'll keep him. He can work. That's a good one. Keep him. Ain't nobody missing him no way. They check his parole. He ain't got no support. He'll keep him. We're going to keep him. Yeah. And there's thousands of them like that down there. System threw away in the 80s. You still got dudes from the 70s locked up with kids in here that got kids that they older than big grandparents, great grandparents. I mean, it's like, and all they seen all this a play from in the penitentiary. And you don't want to let him out? What he gonna do? He don't know nobody. His neighborhood don't look, it's done changed. The people changed. Most of the people he know is dead. Cause he about 60-something himself. 50s. You done had him down there since he was 20 and 19. So when you gonna let him go? What they gonna do? They probably don't wanna go. But then at least give them the opportunity to go, to come out here and see if they could catch it. But don't just leave them down there because they committed a crime. They ain't killed nobody. They ain't raped nobody. Y'all tripping. In the state of Texas, you could be a child molester or a rapist and get away 3-4 times. They don't care. It don't mean nothing to them. They don't care. But in the state of Texas, if you rob somebody, steal something, sell some drugs, or do something illegal, they're gonna punish you. You're gonna be punished. They are gonna punish you. God forbid you from out of state. They're gonna try to make sure you don't never see home again. State of Texas, judicial system is fucked up. White folk know it's fucked up. They did this shit back in 1910. They ain't changed it. Same law, just different words. Slavery. And on that note, I'm gone.